Good afternoon, everyone. My name is preston. I know some of you know me and know my story, but more importantly, I stand before you today as an advocate for children. As someone determined to use my voice for those who cannot use theirs. As someone who knows firsthand what happens when safeguarding systems fail. This campaign matters deeply to me because of baby Preston. A little boy whose life mattered. A little boy who should still be with us today. A little boy who deserved to be safe, protected, loved and given the chance to grow up. Instead, we are standing here today because baby Preston tragically lost his life. That should stop every single one of us in our tracks. When a child loses their life and safeguarding concerns have been raised, we must have the courage to ask the difficult questions. Not because we want blame, not because we want division, but because every child deserves to be safe, and every child deserves better. No child should ever fall through the cracks of a system designed to protect them. I look at baby Preston's story and my heart breaks, not only as a mother, not only as a survivor, but as someone who knows exactly what it feels like to be a child who needed protection. A child who needed somebody to listen, a child who needed somebody to step in. When I was just 18 months old, I suffered horrific abuse. Bruises, bite marks, a broken leg that was then rebroken. I was taken into care. For 8 years, I experienced the childhood every child deserves. Love, safety and hope. But then, I was removed by the system, and the abuse began again. The physical, mental, emotional abuse over years and then sent back in the hands of a convicted predator which was known by the system, my biological dad. Then at 17, he then went on to sexually abuse me where I conceived with my daughter. For years, warning signs existed. For years, concerns were raised. For years, opportunities to intervene came and went. I reported the abuse. I reported the bruising. Action was delayed, evidence disappeared, cases was closed, services stepped back. And despite everything, I remained at risk and at harm. This is the reality of safeguarding failures. Systems do not protect children unless the people within those systems are prepared to step in and act. When safeguarding fails, the consequences do not end in childhood. Children grow up, but so does the trauma. Trauma does not disappear simply because a child becomes an adult. It changes how they see themselves, how they see the world, and who they become. The ripple effect doesn't stop with one child. It reaches families, communities, and future generations. Safeguarding is not just about saving a child's life, it is about protecting the life they go on to live. That is why safeguarding matters, because protecting a child today doesn't just change a childhood, it can change an entire lifetime for that child. And yet, despite everything we know, children are still falling through the cracks. That has to change. Children should not have to prove they are suffering before they are protected. Children should not have to carry scars before they are believed. Children should not have to reach crisis point before somebody intervenes. Every day a child spends living in fear is one day too many. Every missed opportunity matters. Every delayed response matters. Every closed case matters. Because behind every decision is a child. Children do not deserve to be failed. This is why I refuse to stay silent. Because I know what it feels like to be the child who wasn't heard, who was ignored. Speaking out raises awareness. Speaking out protects our children. I want to be the voice and the person I needed when I was young. The person who says, listen to the child, believe the child, and protect the child at all costs. I want every professional to remember that safeguarding is not paperwork. It's not a target. It's not a box to tick. It is a child's life, and children's lives are too precious for complacency. Children are too precious for assumptions, too precious for preventable failures. Today I have a voice, and I intend to keep using it. For the little girl I once was, for the children who are too frightened to speak, and for the children who have been ignored. And to the children who are sadly no longer with us because the weak systems designed to protect them ultimately failed them. If sharing my story means just one child is listened to sooner, one professional asks more questions, and another child is protected, then every time I speak will be worth it. For 36 years, as far as I know, the same mistakes have continued to be made. 36 years later, no change within the system. How is that possible? We are still hearing the same promises. Lessons will be learned, changes will be made, reviews will take place. Yet too often, another child is failed. We stand here and say enough is enough. Children cannot keep paying the price for adult failures. Awareness needs to be out there, and services and the system need to listen and take accountability to allow that change to happen. A safeguarding system or a service cannot have credibility if they are consistently failing to safeguard. How has this been allowed to happen time and time again? Today, I ask every single one of you to stand with us, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for as long as it takes. Together, as one community across the whole of the United Kingdom, we will not stop speaking out and keep pushing for change. We will not stop asking questions. We will not stop demanding accountability. We will not stop fighting for our children. We're not going to stop until them changes are actually made and put in place. Until children's voices are heard, until children are believed, and ultimately, until children are protected. Every child deserves the chance to grow up safe. Baby Preston deserved the chance and was completely failed multiple times. Before I finish, I would like to ask you all to join me in a minute silence, not only to remember baby Preston, but to remember every child who has lost their life, every child who has suffered because safeguarding failed them, and every child who is still waiting for someone to listen. May we honour these children not only with our silence, but with all our actions, because a child's voice should never have to become a tragedy before it's heard. Thank you.